How do I know what advice I'm supposed to follow and what advice I'm not supposed to follow? This usually comes from participants that are new in my program. They're not sure what to do. They're throwing a whole bunch of different things out there, and we really just need to streamline things a little bit and get really clear on what works for you. I'm Alicia Jones from Alicia Jones Healthy Living, and since 2006, I've helped transform the health and lives of women over 50 through fitness and weight loss strategies. And if you are searching the big wide world of the internet, looking for ways to lose weight and get strength, you're starting to feel really confused because everyone is contradicting each other and everyone seems to have the right solution for you to lose weight or get strong with age, then that is what we're talking about today. How can you be sure the information that you're going to follow to lose weight and get strong is right for you? I'm just going to start with those that are influencers or are on social media expecting to get sales from weight loss or strength that are using this strategy. It worked for me, so it'll work for you too. First, I think it's really inspiring to see stories of like-minded people that have gone through the same experience and see how inspiring it is that they actually were able to get results using whatever strategy they were using. I do that too. You'll hear my story, you'll hear stories of my other clients, because we really need to be able to see people like us that are getting the results that we're after, because it is inspiring. But just because it worked for them, there is zero science, zero research, zero anything done to say that that will work for you too. And in fact, many of these influencers that I've seen, they're actually doing strategies that are really detrimental to your health. For example, I recently watched an over 50 influencer tout fasting for 3 days without eating anything and only drinking water. And that is not healthy, and it will not get you results long term. It worked for me stories are not enough to purchase a weight loss product, to gain more strength, or to follow an influencer. So be aware. So now let's go on to the weight loss and strength strategies that do say that they're backed by science. So if it's from a news or media outlet, they've obviously cited a study or a new piece of information that has come out saying that this is how you're going to be able to lose weight, right? Okay, the first thing you need to do is look up the study and see what it says with your own eyes. What gender was used in the study? Many studies are only conducted on men, and many studies are done on younger populations. And so if this study is supposed to be a way to help you lose weight, then it needs to be conducted on a population that is you. Women around your age, your stage of life, your hormone health, or health conditions that you have that you want to address. If none of that has happened in that study, then you can give it a pass for now. And next, how many people were in that study? As a perfect example, recently, I was reading a news article that said that we should stop all sweeteners because the sweeteners definitely create heart disease. But the study was conducted on 10 people, 10 men. The second thing to look at is what is the end goal of the study? Because a lot of times it becomes really confusing as to what's going to work for you. Let me give you an example. One day in the news, you're hearing how coffee is good for you. And so I get a lot of questions about, should I be drinking coffee? I heard that it's good for me over here, and I heard that it's bad for me over here. Well, both statements can be very true depending on what the end goal of that study was and what's going on with you. For example, research shows that coffee could be very beneficial if you have type 2 diabetes or cardiovascular disease. For your health, great. But if you suffer from anxiety, for certain populations, coffee could be really detrimental to your mental health. Both of these are true, but they're showing very different goals and outcomes, and you need to ask yourself, according to the goal that this study is demonstrating, does that apply to me, to you? So just to recap, when you hear a piece of information and you're wondering if it will work for you to lose weight or get stronger, ask yourself, was this study conducted on people like you? Was it conducted on enough people, a big amount of people like you? And what was the end goal of that study? Is it actually something you're trying to achieve? If it's showing you'll lose weight at one end, but it could risk your health on the other, then those are very different outcomes that you're gonna need to weigh the pros and cons for. And lastly, be aware of it worked for me people, especially if they're doing extreme protocols that are not backed by science. I hope that helps you rummage through all of the information out there in the world. And if you'd like a science-backed strategy where I actually show you the science behind it, then join my free masterclass, the 3-phase food and fitness formula every woman over 50 needs to know. The link is in the description.